All right, what's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Shar. I'm going to allow a few more people to come on in, but until then, you guys already know the rules. Go ahead and hit the like button, turn the notification on, and subscribe to the channel. Let's go. All right, what's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Shar. Y'all know what time it is. Hit that like button, turn your notification on, and subscribe to the channel because I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Y'all make it do what it do, what it do, what it do. And remember to speak when you walk on in the chat because ain't nobody sleep with you last night. If you aren't following me on any forms of social media, go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X, and even now Patreon at Shar's Reality number 6. If you haven't had a chance to follow my backup page, please do on all platforms at Shar's Reality Family. This is not a chat for children, so if you are a child, I'm sorry, you have to exit stage left. Hello to all my newcomers, flip-floppers, and day ones. What's up, and la-di-da-di to everybody. Welcome to our evening chat for some, okay? I know it's evening time for me. It may be morning time for others and afternoons for others, but for me, it's evening. So welcome to the chat, everybody. Okay, welcome. Hey, Mama Bees, thank you for coming back. We got a couple hot topics we're going to talk about. Our web shenanigans is what we call it over here. And then we're going to jump into this Tisha and Martell stuff. And Tisha standing on what she said. She can back it up. Okay, she means it. So if people want to go as far as suing folks, okay, they can get the paperwork started because she stand on what she said. Now, I know Tisha isn't my favorite girl at all, but she talking all clear and sure of what she got to say. She don't seem like she reading from the cue cards right now. So go off, Tisha. Go off, okay? So I'm here for the upgrade of communication, I guess. I guess, but we have a few things we got to talk about. And the first up, we're going to talk about, I usually stall for about 10 minutes, but I'm not going to do that tonight because y'all know afternoons or evenings are even more harder for me to stay non-active, okay? So I'm going to jump right into it. I want to bring something to you guys' attention. Let me see if I got it or I can pull it up. I think I can pull it up. I think I can pull it up. Whew. Let me see. All right. So Are you guys familiar with the blogger by the name of Peach McIntyre? Okay. I know we talked about her a little while ago, but right now she is going viral for her inconsiderate comments on unalive children. Okay. And I think it's pretty disgusting, but because she's such a large content creator, I don't think that she thinks that she can be canceled or that God can take back what he gave her. Okay. No, we don't have to change her delivery. That's her, right? She can stand on that all she wants to. However, some things are just better left unsaid. But she's going viral right now for insensitive comment of she don't give a F about somebody's child passing on, okay? Very insensitive, okay? Somebody's telling her in the chat, hey, I lost my son such years ago, and the response that she give is wow. You hear me? It is wow. So she lost her TikTok at 1.1 million, I believe it was, followers. And people are believing it's because of what she said about this comment. But she's saying that's not the case. I lost my channel because I let my 13-year-old autistic son come on here in his undies, and it was my fault. So she doesn't mind starting over, and she'll be to 10K by the end of the week. This is her words, not mine. So what are we worried about, okay? I'm telling you guys, don't play with your content, especially if you got money stored in these accounts. You do not get a chance to get that. She's a big content creator, so she's getting it from every channel. But for some of us, we only get it from one. Okay, one platform. So don't allow a moment of frustration or being too busy to make sure your children isn't taking your phone and just doing weird and strange things. Okay, so we are going to go over what she said. Like I said, it is a trigger warning for anybody that have lost a child, but we're talking about it. So I have to, sorry guys, I have to tell you guys what I'm talking about, because if not, you guys are not going to know what I'm talking about. Okay. All of you in the bushes, y'all better come out and say hello. Y'all better come on out and say hello, because we got stuff to talk about. Okay. But anyway, this is wild, and it's very insensitive, and it's very unfortunate, okay? But we got to play it because she's having a conversation. Let's jump into it. Hold on, I gotta.
Oh, God. I really don't break it to y'all, but I still don't give a fuck about who child died. I really don't care. My life will still go on. Yes, I did have a rough yesterday. And yes, I did just lose my TikTok account with 1.1 million followers. But I think it wasn't karma. I think it was because my son, my 13-year-old son who has autism.
And let me just say, she does not mind that she lost this account. If she do, she ain't letting us know. She just have a really stern attitude, and she just don't care. So people are telling her that it's karma for what she said about that lady's son. But she's saying, nah, it wasn't karma. I still feel the same way. Let's continue to listen.
They're dancing in his underwear today. I think that's why that was very inappropriate. That is all my fault. I shouldn't have gave him access to my phone. In the meantime, I've created a new TikTok. My feelings don't change. You're not going to get an apology. It's not karma. It's a consequence for my son dancing on TikTok in his underwear on my TikTok story. And it's my fault because I shouldn't have gave him access to my phone. Completely responsible for it. So I have a new TikTok page. I think we're at 2,900 followers. I only got to get to 10,000 and then I'll start making money again. I'll be at 10,000 by Friday. I know it's a hard concept for you guys to grasp because you still think the reason why you're not successful is because what you did to little Judy in the 3rd grade. Meanwhile, I'm going to have the life of my dreams. No matter what adversity comes my way, I will push through and always win. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm in T-Mobile getting these phones set up so I can get back on TikTok. We good.
Yeah, so y'all heard her. She don't care. She don't care. And she said what she said about this lady unborn baby. Okay, you guys dropped down in the comment section. It's not a baby. This lady, I think the child that the lady was speaking of, I think was like 27. And she was telling Peach, hey, listen, my child died such and such years ago. And Peach just started going 1,000. I mean, I think it was very, 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 very disgusting. But you guys let me know what you guys think about that. We got to move on to our next topic of our hot topics, okay? Let's throw Tyler Perry in there. Oh my God. Actor shares why, and shout out to the Shade Room for this, but actor shares why he's seeking $260 million in the and harassment lawsuit against Tyler Perry. I think Tyler Perry probably should have just paid this man, but because this isn't going away, okay? So this man is confident that Tyler Perry did everything that he's saying that he did. Okay. So that leads me to believe that he has all the proof that he needs to seal this deal. Okay. I think Tyler should do two things: come out the closet. I'm interested, and this is what it is. Okay. That would keep a lot of us like, whoa. Because I'm telling y'all, a lot of people are like, sure, he's been that way. And I did not know. I thought it was a little creepy of some of those scenes that's in his movies and shows, but I sincerely did not know. Okay. But this man, is basically saying, Derek Dixon is saying, hey, he climbed in the bed with me and he started touchy, Philly. And this is where we are now. And I definitely did not like that. Okay. Now, I don't know about nobody else, but I'm not going to my grown friend house to stay over there just because I want to. Now, I've heard of people going to people's house because they had too many to drink. It's like, girl, sleep on the couch tonight. But I mean, I'm not sure if this isn't or was not consensual and then he just changed up. I don't know. Now, if Tyler Perry stuck it to him and he did not want that, shame on him. But if you're yelling unconsensual now and it was at some point, shame on you. Okay. But at the end of the day, this is a mess and it's not going away. So let's listen to what he had to say about this whole Tyler Perry's essay situation. Okay, I'm careful with my words because YouTube be tripping. YouTube be tripping. So let's listen to him.
For damages totaling $260 million. How did you arrive at that number?
Part of that number is my lost job, my lost income, the loss of the show. The other part of that is a deterrent for, how do you stop a billionaire who won't stop themselves from doing this?
What would justice look like for you?
Justice would look like thinking that I've made a change and that something like this won't happen to another actor that works for him or another actor in the industry. That would be justice for me.
You're asking in your lawsuit for...
Now let me be clear, okay? Why not take it up a notch, right? Why do the financial piece of it? I know that, we all need something from it, but why just not take it up a notch and just get criminal charges pressed against them if it's all like that? Okay, if this was so, I just got questions, and I'm not debunking his story or denouncing his story and saying that it didn't happen. I'm just saying I got questions. Why not if you want justice, why not go for the criminal part? But let's continue to listen.
Can you explain that first alleged incident?
I got into bed and then I noticed that he climbed into bed with me as well and started rubbing my leg. And I jumped up out of bed. Unless someone's been through something where they have their control over their bodies taken away, you don't really understand the kind of feelings that you get in that moment.
Yeah, so let me know what you guys think about that. He's saying old brother Tyler Perry done jumped in the bed with him. I don't know if it's true or false, but what I do know is I think Tyler should have probably just made this go away and given the money. You got the money, right? I think this is a mess. I think it's pretty disgusting, but what do I know? Okay, we got to move on to the next topic. Okay, we have Ashley and Stacy. Stacy was supposedly let's do Clarissa. Okay, Clarissa Shields, let's do her, right? Let's do her. So she's here on the screen and she reposted the Shade Room post. And it says, yes, my man said this and my man said that. What is the problem? But the caption that she's pointing to is someone put under there, Clarissa has an absolute wagon on her. My God and God bless. And she says, Pap told me it's shaped like a, and then, she had the emojis. So I'm all for him complimenting her. I'm not against that, okay? It's just the fact that everything is my man, my man, my man. I think that's where people are getting irritated at with that, okay? But did y'all notice that Brother Pap got some new jewelry? Now, if you look on his neck right there, that is the company he worked for, which he just started to work for them. So the fact that he has a brand new piece of jewelry on with their their logo on it. That's some new jewelry. Now, who paid for it or not, we don't know. But I definitely got questions. If that's his company that he worked for and it's sitting across his neck. He didn't have that jewelry before. Even here on his wrist, I think that's like the Louis Vuitton bracelets. I think it is. Correct me, am I wrong? Everybody's wearing it, but he ain't have that either. Okay, so he's definitely letting us know that he got some new pieces of jewelry. I want to know who brought it, but I got questions and I'm gonna leave it alone for now. We got to move on. We got to move on to our final topic before we get to our main meal for tonight. Okay. Ashley and Stacy are having a conversation. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, that Stacy is something else, honey. The proof is in the pudding, and she still is going along with this lie. Ashley, like, I thought I was going to get something out of you, but you just continue to lie. Brother TJ done already came on here and said that basically you paid him. You know that he didn't want to tell it all because he was still expecting some type of form of payment from you. So he wasn't willing to air it out just yet. But the relationship was not real. You guys were not in it, according to Brother TJ. Okay, so to continue to on with this lie blows my mind. And I'm looking just like Ashley. Say what now? Come again now? And Stacy just looked dumb. Look at her. Look at Stacy. She just looked dumb. Like, are we really doing this? She had to know once the camera started rolling again. People had questions, and they was going to get to the bottom of it. We know allegedly that she paid TJ to be in a relationship with her. Okay, TJ has already put it out there that he was paid. Only reason why he didn't air her out completely is because he was still waiting for some type of payment from Stacy. But I'm just like, girl, all these men in the world, why are you paying somebody to be your man? That is like, I'm not paying nobody nothing. Y'all just gonna have to see me single because that's just gonna be the end of it. That's it. I'm not paying nobody nothing to be my man. That is weird as hell. No, thank you. No, thank you at all. And the fact that she just so willing to be like, yes, we was together. And then she started flipping it until this whole forgiveness thing, I forgive him. That's not what we asking you. Stop insulting her intelligence, okay? But here's the conversation between Ashley and her. Let's listen.
Sneak peek at the new season of The Real Housewives of Potomac.
Someone proceeds to show me legal documents that say that TJ is actually trying to sue Stacy.
Now, let's be clear. She knows that she's being sued already, okay? Because either it's non-payment or for some other reason. I'm not sure what it is, so I'm not going to really speak on that part of it. But trust me, this is no surprise to Stacy. Stacy already knew this because I'm sure TJ and who he is, he've already let her know, girl, I'm taking you straight to the bank into the courtroom. Okay, so let's continue to listen.
I don't know what to say to that. Stacey, okay, that's what I'm saying. You're still going to maintain to me that you're telling me the truth. You're being truthful to me.
I am telling you that everything that I have told you has been the truth.
Lies, 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 lies. It has not been the truth. You've been lying the whole entire season. Nothing that Stacy be saying be true. She might as well go over there enjoying Mia because Mia be lying and so the hell do she. Okay, but let's continue to listen.
I can't talk about someone who brought you, like, it just starts to get ridiculous. Do you want to know the truth, Ashley?
I do.
I have forgiven TJ. He is.
Girl, we thought you was about to give us something good. You talking about forgiveness. That's not what we asked you. We want to know what's really going on. Why you lie and say this man was your man and knowing you paid him to be your man. That's what we asking. Let's continue to listen.
On with his life, and I am in a completely new space.
Anybody who is going to hold on to a lie to this degree, when everything is put in front of you, and there's more validation and proof that you're lying, that's a scary bitch.
Heck yeah, it's very scary. If somebody can hold on to a lie, I'm with Ashley on this one, knowing that everybody knows the truth and continue to lie and put the lies on top of lies and make a lie sandwich, that is a problem. And I'm with Ashley. I'm scared. And I don't want you nowhere near me if you lie to this degree. Okay? But let's continue to listen.
I am not going to rehash and go back and forth about an imaginary friend and imaginary documents.
Imaginary about her. She's very much in the flesh. So she's a very accomplished actress, actually.
Okay.
Yep. Her name.
Okay, so she's talking about the person that gave Ashley the tea. Okay, now she want to insult the individual because she knows who told her. And Ashley's defending, you know what I mean? Who the individual is. Okay, let's continue to listen.
Ashley, yeah, I can't control anything that anybody says.
But this is why everybody thinks you're fake.
I'm glad that Ashley made it clear. Everybody thinks you're fake. There's no type of realness about you. Everything about you is fake. You cannot keep it above. Period. Okay.
I'll tell you this.
This is why Kay is calling you fake. This is why the girls think that I'm trying to understand.
Fake.
Okay, so you're just gonna lay and wait until it potentially comes out.
I am not
right?
going to lay and wait. I have been living a beautiful life, and I have moved on.
But this is new information now. So in the event
I
that he
think that
does
it's
come
new
forward,
information for you, boo. It's not new.
No.
Didn't I just tell y'all? She knew already. And she's letting Ashley know. No, you just finding out. But I knew. It's new for you, boo, but not me. I already knew.
It doesn't matter what anyone says about me. And if you want to keep talking about this,
I just want you to be honest. Are you actually divorced?
Whoop.
I am absolutely divorced. And
Why isn't it anywhere in any of the?
I don't know if she's divorced or not. But what I would say is she ain't look convincing. She ain't look convincing.
Databases.
Because it's not for anybody's business to know where it is.
That's how it happens, girl.
But I don't
Do you want to see if I'm divorced?
No.
It's there, clear as day.
Listen,
It's in the Virginia.
And usually when there's no proof of it, that means it does not exist. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying if we can't find it or nobody else could find it, most of the time is because it did not happen. Okay, so now you got two problems. TJ saying you paid him to date you, and then the divorce is allegedly not even finalized. This is a mess, and this looked bad for Stacy the liar. I'm sorry.
Database system. If you search me, you will see it's very public that I'm divorced. I couldn't find Stacy to save my soul.
Girl, you are a busy mama too, out here singing.
All right, that's it. I enjoyed the sneak peek and I'm ready for the season, right? But Stacey is going to drag us through the loop all over again, guys. We're not gonna get no truth from her this season either. Okay, drop down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about all of that. S White, welcome. Lee, welcome. Ashley has some, that's what I was thinking while we was talking, some nerve, because Ashley be lying too. Okay, but I guess since Karen's not on the screen to get to the bottom of it, they're going to use Ashley. Okay, 26 watching, 21 likes. Thank you so much. Hit that like button. Yes, absolutely. I don't believe Derek is going to win. Why go to his home on multiple occasions? I believe it is a setup. I do too. I don't know what's the truth, but I definitely know that there's a whole bunch of holes in this story. Okay. I'm not going to nobody's house that I know was kind of like trying to convince me prior to. That's weird to me, but we shall see. All right, so let's get on to Tisha. Tisha is doubling down rather on the fact that Martell is GAY. It's allegedly, in my opinion, I don't know if the man is or isn't, okay? Because I am not the fly on the wall, near did I go to college with him, okay? But Tisha is sticking to her story. She's very confident in her story, okay? And I'm going to take her word for it because she's saying it. Look, that doesn't make it true, but we're just going to take it, okay? She also says that she has an attorney already, and the attorney have advised her basically it's a waste of time. But if she feel like, if more come out, because he said he's still loaded, clipped and loaded, right? If more come out, Tisha is saying, I definitely will take this further, okay? Now, at your own risk, if you like taking it, wherever you want to take it, go ahead. But what I will say is make sure that you can, one, afford it, and two, it's worth it, okay? You guys said some crazy stuff about Martell as well. You guys said some crazy stuff about Martell as well. So it's one of those things where I think you guys both probably want to keep it cool, but she's going to talk about it. She's also going to talk about how pissed she was of him disclosing the fact and saying that he saw her having SCX in the back of this Buick. Okay. She's definitely pissed as hell. So that part is what I was saying. We're going to listen to it. Okay. And I'm just happy that she's having a conversation, right? We're not going to listen to the whole thing, guys, because I don't want to listen to the whole thing. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. I don't want to listen to the whole thing. It wasn't. All right.
I see you had your moment on TV, and so she was proud of it. She looked so cute on there. So I was like, okay, Macy, I think she's like the first child to do the confessional look on the show. So kudos to her. She was beautiful. I was like, okay, I'm cautious about what I say. But you know what? Forget it. Let's get into it. We don't have that much time on here, so we're gonna get into it. Y'all ask me questions. I'm gonna answer y'all questions. On reality TV is that you can't resolve things too quickly. And you can't be too nice because people really try to use your kindness as a weakness. And I don't know, I get in my feelings, y'all, because I love hard. And so when you hurt my feelings, you hurt my feelings real hard. So the whole nail in her energy. So I saw that Destiny.
And Tisha has hurt a lot of people's feelings too. So I don't know where she get all this, like, my feelings get hurt when I get hurt, but she could hurt everybody else's. Okay. She got a vicious mouth. Okay. So I'm just saying. All right, let's continue to listen.
Oh, Lance won. Yeah, Tisha told me that you had to leave LA early. Like, I don't know why she had to reveal where she got her information from, but whatever. I did tell Destiny, and y'all saw it on TV when we was at the shop, me, her, and Kimmy. I told her that Nell said that she had to leave LA early because it was due to the baby. And I'm like, am I tripping? But did Nell tell me that when we was all out to eat? Me, Nell, Kimmy, and Trish. Like, didn't she say that the reason she had to leave LA was something to do with the baby? So,
now, even all of that being said, I want to know why Tisha always have to be like the bone carrier. Well, this happened and that happened. Like, just let stuff play out. Like, what is it with her carrying the bone back to everything? But as soon as somebody want to talk about her and her situation and what they got going on, she want to leave the room. That's weird to me. I'm going to fast forward a little bit because I'm not really interested in the Nell and Lance and all that stuff. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Baby out here, which we all found out about the child on social media. And then I was like, but Nell said they had to leave LA early because it was something to do with the baby, like because of the delivery. I'm not really vulnerable with these ladies because didn't I just have a scene with Nell at the coffee shop that I did go back to talk to Nell to express to her my feelings because they said we're not being transparent, right? So I'm like, okay, maybe their definition is we're not being vulnerable with them. They don't really get a chance to hear our heart and us talk. So let me give it a chance. And y'all see how that shit backfired on me real quick. It absolutely backfired. So, yeah.
Now, Nell is a flip-flopper. Nell do go with the flow of traffic. I must agree, okay? And it probably did backfire on her because Nell just go with the flow of traffic, period. Let's continue to listen.
That was crazy, but it is what it is. I like it. Yeah, I'm like, girl, okay, Nell. See what was filmed beforehand. So when Destiny came back and told me what on you, like you had dealt with it, it's weird. Isn't it weird? Like, I don't understand why females feel like every single female has to deal with cheating in their relationship. Like, guys, I understand that a lot of people deal with it, and I'll take my head off to them. But you can't force a person to deal with something that they haven't dealt with. And at the end of the day, y'all see how small Huntsville is. So if the saying is true, what these people on this show are trying to put out or been trying to put out for years, don't y'all think something would have come up by now? Just saying.
Now, I don't know what something she's talking about. We have heard numerous of things. That doesn't make it true, though, right? So the fact that she's making it like it's nothing, that's kind of strange. But I do understand where she's coming from. Huntsville is so small. If something was to the magnitude of what is scheduling, but what's big, right? Everybody's definition of big is big, but it may not be big to her. Like for me, those back pics was enough, right? To me, the Africa trip was enough, okay? Like I would have questions as a wife, but to her, I guess that's not big enough, right? So the things that's coming up or have come up, even the girl saying that she was already booked and scheduled to have a threesome with Marcel, that ain't big enough. I don't know what is, right? So I don't know what she's talking about. Maybe it didn't happen like in a place of actual doing the do. Maybe it didn't, but isn't it enough to even have a conversation with these women in the inbox? That's weird. If I got a wife or a husband at home, I'm not going to give nobody else no attention. That's against the code, okay? That's weird.
But we ain't getting onto that. Okay, let's talk about this past episode. We talked about the nail of it, the situation with Nail, and y'all will see how that play out while we continue to think. But you know, the thing is, it's like, guys, when we started filming this show, there was a lot of things because it's not my place to really tell people stuff. And if you're gonna tell the truth. But if you bring something to the show and it is your story, and the producers are like, we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about it. If you don't want me to talk about it, don't talk to me about it on a TV show. That's it. We're filming the TV show. So
now that's pretty weird because I remember her and Marceau doing a whole live where they were saying they don't care if they lose a check or not because it's just some stuff they're not going to talk about. They refuse to talk about. So it's weird that when it comes to somebody else, if the producers say so, now all of something they got to talk about it. But they just said in one live that they did that they refuse to talk about the things that they don't want to talk about. And if that's the case, so be it. I remember that live distinctly. So I don't know where if it's somebody else's business, if the producers say, we got to talk about it, we got to talk about it. But if it's them, they do whatever the hell they want. That's weird to me, but we're going to continue to listen.
So whatever you bring to the show, that's what we're going to talk about because at the end of the day, that's what we're doing. We're filming the show. So, but yeah, I haven't spilled anything or said anything that has been proven to be a lie.
Here we go.
Everything I've said has been truthful. If I say something, it takes me a long time to really say something because I really be trying to hold back because I really don't want to put people's stuff out there like that. But please believe there's a lot that I could say, but I just don't want to do that. Because what I've learned is that if you get in the mud, if you allow someone to pull you down in the dirt and fight, for me, I'm not going to win that fight because I don't fight in the mud. I'm like up here. In order for me to get down here, I have to come down to your level to fight you at that level. And that's not me. So have it. You're going to win every single time because I'm not used to fighting like that. I don't fight in the mud. I don't fight dirty. So I'm going to be like, Tisha, back off. So yeah, I'm never going to win that. I'm never going to.
So basically, Martell pushed her to the limits, okay? For her to go do a whole show with Carlos King talking about his sexual preference, she was pissed off. And she's going to talk about her being pissed off. Hello to everyone that came in the chat. I see y'all coming in. I see Black woman in the chat. Who else I saw? Elf Mick in the building. What's up, boo? Welcome to the chat. Keith, I see you. What's up, y'all? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's continue to listen.
But I've never told a lie on anybody. If I said it on any public figure, I meant it. I stand 10 toes down on what I say. And unfortunately, somebody made a statement about sue me. So yeah, let's talk about that.
So we know that it was Martell that was like, if I'm telling a lie, then sue me. So she's addressing that now. Let's continue to listen.
I have an attorney. And I spoke to my attorney. And my attorney informed me that being that you're a public figure, there's some things that you have no control of what people say about you. You know, there are some things that you can't sue over. And I'm not going to tell what those things are because I'll wait and see. But yeah, unfortunately, that you're a public figure, you're on a reality TV show, people can lie on you. People can lie on you.
So I just find it strange that everybody lying on them, but they ain't never lying on nobody. That's weird to me, but let's continue to listen.
That doesn't make it okay. When somebody actually sit down and tell a lie and say they saw you be intimate with someone, that was very low, very low. And I was upset about that. That's what made me say what I said, because I'm like, okay, you're going to speak lies on me, but let me just share a little bit of the truth. And that was a little bit. That's it. That's all.
So she just gave him a little bit of his truth. Like, if you keep poking, I'm going to tell the rest of your truth, okay? But she just saying, I gave him a little bit. Now that's another reason. She's saying that everything that Martell was saying was a lie. But what she's saying, we supposed to believe that it's the truth. Like I said, Martell is sassy as hell, but I don't know what's the truth, right? I'm just listening like everybody else. But she's standing 10 toes down that what she said about Martell is true. Okay, so let's continue to listen.
But that's not okay. And for all the ladies who's clapping him on and leading him on for saying something like that, low, very low. Because at the end of the day, you're talking about lying on someone, saying that you actually saw them do something in the act. How desperate are you? That is so low.
Now, if it did happen the way Martell is saying that it happened, I don't believe that Martell actually saw it. I believe that he just knew about their relationship, okay? But again, she said that it was way before she even met Marcel. So again, what will be your purpose in telling if what she's saying is true? Okay, it's pretty disgusting, and it was low. Unless you climbed in the back seat of the Buick and you scooted over while she was getting her nut and he was getting his, I'm just confused. How did you see it? Or did you knock on the window like, hey, or did you be a peeping Tom and look through the window? I got questions and I want to know. And it was low, but what do I know? Okay.
And so for me, I was like, Tisha, and this is what my attorney told me, you can waste your money and you can waste time, but you're not going to get anywhere with that. I say, bet. But you know what? Time. Thank God for time. Thank God for patience. Thank God for wisdom. Because God is taking care of these things. Like when.
Yeah, she did say, just like I just mentioned, that it was a long time in college. But I'm just trying to figure out, how did Martell see? Like, did the friend send him a video? Like, how did Martell see her in the back of this Buick where her legs open or bend over? I'm confused to how did he get wind of this relationship? It's one thing in knowing of a relationship, but it's another thing actually saying you saw what was going on in the back of a Buick. That's pretty wild work to me, okay? But let's continue to listen.
You know that people are lying on you, and honestly, you can't do anything about it. You can go back and forth all day and try to get in the gutter with them, but you know you're not going to win that because that's not your area. You don't fight in that. you have to really just sit back and be like, you know what, God, whatever this season is you want to take me through, let's go. And allow him to take care of these things for you.
Now, I don't know when she got the wisdom of God, right? But I guess this was her revelation after she already aired Martell out, because she was fighting fire with fire at first. So I don't know who was the God. Was it Marceau or was it God himself? Because y'all know Marceau probably told her, pipe her down, okay? Pipe it down, not too much. Because Marceau know that Martell knows where those bones are buried. So he's telling her to take it easy for a reason. Only one don't know that is her. Or if she do know it, she don't want to talk about it. But let's continue to listen. We're going to give it to God. That's what she said.
I think time has told, and I think God ain't done yet. He is not done yet. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. But I'm so grateful for the husband that I have, and I think Marcel did a great job at handling himself. I think Marcel did a great job at handling himself. I think he did good at the meeting with them. And the beef, whatever it was crazy. But yeah.
Now, I think Marceau stood his ground just as much. Martell loud voice wasn't intimidating Marceau. So she's right about that. But Martell says that he got more. So I don't believe it's going to stop here. Only how it's going to stop here if they stop. But if they continue, Martell's going to continue. Whether it's the lie or truth, Martell loves drama. He loves mess. He always in it. He fuel off of it, okay? So that's why I don't believe it is going to stop here, unfortunately, okay? She did not stop her mom from spreading lies on Mel. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they have this this two, double standard, okay? When it comes to them, they don't want to talk about it. When it comes to them, we're not going to go down to the gutter, but they can go with everybody else. You know what I mean? We don't want to talk about this, whether the producer say so or not when it comes to us. But if the producer tells them to go over there and talk about somebody else, they're going to continue to talk about it. Everybody in that circle was talking about Martell and that revenge P and being arrested. That wasn't off limits. So why is it that her and this relationship and having them legs wide open in the back of the Buick, according to Martell, not that I know to be true, right? Why is that off limits? I guess what's good for the goose is definitely good for the gander, right? I'm just confused. Why do everything about them is so, let's go through the chain of command, but everybody else have to, just air it out. That's weird to me. I'm sorry. Sorry. Is a drama queen. I believe so. He act just like Ariana. When they're live together, they was definitely two queens in the pot, okay? We had enough. I'm gonna leave her alone. That's all I wanted to really talk about, was her saying that she stand on the truth and she didn't say anything about Martell. That was a lie. Okay. We're 42 minutes into the chat. We're a little under our hour, but that's cool because we covered everything that I wanted to cover. We talked about Tyler Perry and this $260 million lawsuit. We talked about Papoose and Clarissa and his new jewelry. Okay. We even talked about Peach McIntyre telling the lady in her chat, hey, I don't give a F about your unborn person, okay? I still feel the same way about that. So if you guys missed that, go back and check that out and hit the like button. I'm going to jump off of here, but I appreciate you guys for stopping by and chatting with me for the short time that I've been here. I love you, checkmates, and there is nothing you can do about it. And remember, don't you let nobody tell you nothing different. Until next time, bye.